Hello viewers, welcome back. So this is the 11th video we are covering as part of release 4.0 major features. And we are covering the Excel import feature, and this is the seventh part of Excel import feature that we are covering. In this video, we will learn how you can add additional masters or advanced masters and how you can capture those information in your Excel. That is the transactions you can capture in Excel and import it into Tally. The use case scenario that we are going to take in this video is the GST information. Even though you might not know how to enable GST and or just enable GST, but don't know how you can handle the GST module in Tally, doesn't matter. All you need to do is you capture those GST information. For example, if you have an invoice with GST information, that is the GST taxes, applicable taxes, CGST or SGST or IGST, you can capture them in your Excel. And once you import it, automatically Tally will import that information and also your GST returns will be ready. So that is what we will see in today's video. So let us go to Tally and learn how easy and simple it is for us to handle additional GST related information imported from Excel into TallyPrime. In this session, we will be importing transactions with GST details. This is where our understanding of TallyPrime fields name plays a very critical role. We had learned the additional fields and their applicable values in this video. The link for the same is provided in the description. I am using the same accounting master sheet which we used to capture master information and imported into TallyPrime. Let me open this file. I have updated and created new masters to import GST information. The cells marked in green are the new master information. Observe the party master. I have updated the party master, that is Sunil Enterprises, whose are sundry debtors, with GST registration information and GST of the party. Similarly, the other customer who's ROM traders, again the state, country and the pin code and also the GST information has been updated. Now since we are using the sample template provided by Tally, the GST information field name should be exactly as provided in the ledger readme. If you come down here, you have this ledger readme which we again understood in the previous video. When you click here, you're going to get the list of all the fields that are available and also the applicable value. Notice here the GST registration type, the GST registration, that is GSTIN /UIN. This is the field name which is provided here. If you observe here, you will see that the GST registration type, this is the field name, and the applicable value is very important. So basically you have to select any one of the registration type. So these two parties are regular dealer. So we are going to select regular, and this name should be exactly as provided here. So one is the GST registration type. If you see here, the GST registration type I have selected as regular. Next is the GST registration -GSTIN UIN. Again, you will see here the GST registration GSTIN UIN. So this is the title that we have to capture here, so that Tally will automatically recognize the title and import the data into the respective field. Next, if you observe here, I have created new masters for GST. So for GST, there are three types of taxes. One is IGST, CGST and SGST. These are the ledgers that I have created newly, and under the group is duties and taxes, which is a predefined group. Now the important thing here again is the type of duty tax is an additional field which I had picked up from the list of field. If you come here, you will see type of duty tax where the applicable value is GST or TDS or TCS or VAT or others. So we are going to select GST and this name should be exactly as provided here. So the type of duty tax, we have selected GST. Then tax type, so for each ledger we have to identify what is the type of tax. Again, there is a field which is provided here. You will observe here that the tax type for GST is, it should be either IGST, CGST, SGST slash UTGST or cess. So that is what is being captured here. For IGST, CGST, CGST, and our ledger is SGST, but the master provided in Tally is SGST slash UTGST. So these are the additional masters that has been created. So basically what Tally will do when we are importing this master into Tally, it will go and update the additional information that we have captured for already imported existing ledger masters, and it will create these new ledger masters as per this configuration. So this is as far as the accounting is concerned. Now the next update required is for inventory items, where we have to provide GST related HSN slash SAC and GST rate for stock items. Again, I have already predefined this information. So this is the inventory master Excel sheet is opened. This is the all inventory master, which again is the sample template provided by Tally. And if you observe, we had imported these information in our earlier videos. Now for the same item, GST related information has been captured here. If you observe here, again, the additional fields that I have added here is the HSN SAC detail for stock item, then HSN number or SAC if it is a service master, then the GST taxable type, whether these items are taxable, exempted or nil rated has to be captured. Then we have to capture the rate applicable for these items, the IGST rate, CGST rate and SGST rate. Now these titles are very important. We have to capture as per the fields that has been provided. Like if you observe here from the list here, you will see that the first one that we have captured is HSN SAC detail, where we have to specify whether the detail has to be inherited from company or group, or do you want to specify the rate at the stock item level. If we are specifying the rate at the stock item level, we are going to select specified detail here. That is what I have selected here. Specified detail here for both items. Then the HSN number has been provided. GST taxability type, again if you see here, the applicable value should be either it should be exempt, nil rated, non-GST or taxable. This is very important. The name should be exactly as provided here. Then the next is IGST rate, CGST rate, SGST rate, which has been picked up here and I have captured here. These are additional fields that have been added. Remember, the fields name should match as mentioned in the readme field list. The next master update that is required is units. Here we have to provide additional information related to GST. GSTIN has provided a list of unit known as UQC, which is unit quantity code, and we can capture additional details for unit also. So if you go to the unit sheet here, originally we had created these 3 units and imported. Now we are adding these additional field. This is the important field that is to be captured for GST purpose. The formal name, the number of decimal place we have captured here. Again, what are the nomenclature? How did I pick up these titles? If you go to unit readme, you will have this formal name, number of decimal place, and unit quantity code is very critical, which these fields have been taken, and this is the unit names that has been entered as per the list provided by GST. We are now ready with additional masters or additional informations required in relation to GST for our existing masters. So we are ready now to start capturing the GST transaction and import it into Tally. Now before we import into Tally, one simple configuration you have to do in Tally, that is, now this is the company, so you have to go to features option. You can just press F11 for feature, or you can click here and then you have this feature. You can select, this is where we get the features. All you have to do is, don't worry about all the other features. All you have to do is just say enable goods and services tax. We have to make this as yes, so that the relevant fields will get activated. Enter, and simple thing is that you have to now specify the state of your company where you are registered. Let us say I select Karnataka. There's a message you get: if you change the state, the calculation will not happen. Then what is the registration type? We are a regular dealer. Assessee of other territory? No. And we have to enter the GSTIN of your company. So this is the 15-digit GSTIN of the company. I enter here. The periodicity is monthly, and the place of supply for your inward supplies is obviously it is going to be Karnataka. Rest is not required. E-invoice is not applicable. E-way bill we say not applicable, and then you just save this. So by enabling the GST feature, the relevant information related to GST will be enabled for the masters. Save this by pressing Ctrl A. Since we are enabling GST, you have this option. Just press U. It will now go and update the masters. We have to now first import the masters. So either you can import the inventory masters or accounting masters. So first we will import the accounting masters. How do we import it? Click on import. We're going to import masters, the Excel sheet, the folder where the Excel files are downloaded, and here we are going to select all masters XLS file. This is where we have updated additional accounting masters. So the worksheet name is ledgers. That is where we had updated existing master and created new 3 GST ledgers. So select ledgers, and this is the default template, so we don't have to map it. The type of master that we want to import is ledgers. Now the behavior here is where this option is going to be helpful. You can say modify with new data, so that it doesn't have to duplicate. It will go and modify. If there are any additional information, it will add, or if there are any new masters created, it will automatically create the new masters. So we select modify with new data. Rest option we have already seen. Just press Ctrl A, and now even though it is giving you the list of all the masters that are there, it will now update with the modified information. So click import. So it is imported. Now it says import completed successfully. So let us import the inventory master also, and then we will see whether these information have been updated. Again click on import masters. This time we are going to select all inventory masters. Enter. First what you want to import, we want to import stock items. The worksheet name is stock item. It's a default template. The type of master we want to import is stock item. Again we are going to select modify with new data. Ctrl A, and you press I for import. It is imported and import completed successfully. The next master that we have to import is the unit, because we have provided additional field information for unit. Click on import again, masters, the same file. This time the worksheet name is unit, default template, and the master we are going to import is unit. Again we can say modify with new data, Control A, and I for import. So all 3 master import has been imported successfully. So let us go and then view these masters. So the first one is that we had updated our party masters. So 2 of our customer we have updated with their GST information. So if you see here Ram Traders, you will observe here now the GST type and the GST number has been updated for the already existing master. Similarly for Sunil Enterprises, we have GST detail, 3 new ledger masters that we have created under duties and taxes. All 3 have been imported. CGST, and the type of tax duty is GST, type of tax CGST, and percentage we are not entering here since we have provided the percentage in the stock item. So the 2 ledgers updated information and 3 new ledgers have created. Let us view the stock item. Come here to the right hand side, click on other masters, and this time select stock items. The first 2 stock item, Acer laptop and Asus laptop, is what we updated the information. Go to Acer laptop, enter, and now you will observe the additional information related to GST. Automatically it is made GST is applicable. The HSN that we have entered is provided here. Specified detail here is given for HSN. The GST rate we said 18. For IGST 9 and 9 for CGST and SGST. Specified detail here, type of supplies goods. All this information, additional information, it is captured for this item. Again for the second item also it is captured all this information. Now we have to see the unit of measure because the GST's UQC has to be updated. So again click on other masters, select units and select numbers. In numbers now you have this formal name. So the numbers decimal we have given 0 here. This is critical. The unit quantity code is numbers. So if you click here, this is the list of unit quantity code that GST provides, which we need to map to our unit of measure. Now for meters we had given 2 decimal place. You will see the number of decimal place is 2 numbers. So which means basically now our masters are ready. All we need to do is now import the transaction. In the last video again we saw how we can import the transaction sample template file provided by Tally, and we imported few transactions in the previous video, and now we will use the same Excel sheet to create accounting voucher. You will observe here there are 2 sales invoice that has been captured in the Excel here, and the additional information is buyer supplier detail, buyer supplier country, buyer supplier GST and the place of supply. These additional informations are required for you to fill up in the party master subscreen for GST purpose. Now once we capture this information in the subscreen, then Tally will automatically compute GST as per the requirement. So these are additional field. Again, the name of this field is very critical. When you come down to accounting voucher readme here, buyer supplier state is here, then buyer supplier country is here, then buyer supplier GST is here, and the next one is buyer supplier place of supply. So buyer supplier place of supply is here. So these 4 titles is what I have captured here and specified the information. The GST of the party, which we have already updated in the master, and the place of supply is this customer is in Karnataka and Ram Trader is in Gujarat. The other information we have seen already in the previous video, where you credit the party with the sale value, and now this time with the tax value also. And your sales ledger is 30,000, where you are selling Acer laptop one number at the rate of 30,000, and on 30,000 GST at the rate of 9% for CGST and for SGST at the rate of 9% works out to 2,700 each. That is what we have captured here. So CGST ledger 2,700, sales is credited, CGST ledger is credited, and again SGST ledger 2,700 is credited. So this is one transaction for Sunil Enterprises, who is in Karnataka, and the next one is Ram Traders, who is in Gujarat. For Ram Traders, Asus laptop one number 32,000 is sold. So 18% on 32,000 is 5,760. The total sale value plus tax value is debited to the party. Sales ledger is credited and IGST tax ledger is credited. This way you can now start capturing all your transactions in Excel. By capturing this additional information, once you import the transaction, you can generate tax invoice from Tally, and the most important aspect is that since we have enabled GST and capturing GST related information in the respective field, your GSTR return of GSTR 1 and 3B will be automatically ready. Let us see that. So let's now import this transaction into Tally. How do we import? Again, we saw in the last video. Click on import transactions, Excel spreadsheet, and this is a default folder, and we have this accounting vouchers. So select accounting vouchers. The sheet name is accounting voucher. It's a default template. You don't have to map it. All this is fine. Control A. So the 2 sales entry is shown here. So you can click on import. It is importing and it says import completed successfully. So we go to daybook and we can see this transaction. So you will see these 2 sales invoices imported. Enter, and you will see automatically the tax ledgers have captured, and under the subscreen the GST related information, state, country, everything is captured. That is what we captured in our field, and you can print a tax invoice. All you have to do is press Ctrl P and then preview here, and you can view the tax invoice with the tax breakup information and all the information that has to be provided in the tax invoice. The second invoice also, you will observe that this is sold to Ram Traders in Gujarat. IGST is automatically captured, the full 18%. And now let us go to the GST return and see whether the GST return is being updated. You can click on go to, just type 1 and select GSTR1, and this it is showing you for the previous month by default. Just press F2 and that's type June, JUN, enter, and you will now observe that the 2 transactions which are B2B invoice is automatically updated in the GST return also. You can actually export this in JSON file and you can file on the portal automatically all the information will get captured in your GSTR one written form on the portal. So this way, using the field that are required for your masters and transaction. Obviously, when you're capturing any transaction with additional information, you have to just make sure that the associated master is imported into Tally, and now you know how you can select these fields related to each of the master type, update your master, capture the transaction and import it into TallyPrime. I hope this video would have given you a fair idea of how you can handle the additional master information captured into Tally and enable the relevant additional features in the F11 feature. That much if you understand, I'm sure that it will be easy for you to capture that information from Excel into TallyPrime. In the next video, as part of this Excel import series, the last video that we will cover in the series is the next one, where we will see how Tally is providing us with again a sample template for importing of information from your e-commerce database and also certain software, other third-party softwares. If you want to import your masters and transactions from a third-party accounting software, there is a template provided by Tally. So we will explore and see where are the templates, how are we going to download the templates, and how are we going to transfer your data from third-party accounting software or from e-commerce Excel database into TallyPrime to update your business information. So thank you all once again for staying till the end. See you all in the next session. Thank you very much.